Hi guys, it's Bobby. Welcome back to my channel for another video. I hope you all are doing well. It's Friday, yay! So, I want to thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today and always. This video is going to be a little different. I have made some changes. So, if you want to see what they are, stick around. So, you guys know that, this is my personal wide Moterm 30mm rings. Let me fix that, sorry. I think it's Dusty Rose or Pebble Pink. I don't know what color it is. I've had it for forever. Anyway, I made a post last week, I think it was, that I was going to try digital planning instead of being in this book. So I did that this week. Got my calendar all set up, what have you. Started taking advantage of the Notes app on my phone, the Reminders app on my phone. But something was still missing. But I didn't go back to this. I bought something different, something new, something I have tried. I can't even say tried. I tried to try, like last year or the year before, but I didn't give it a fair chance. So let's set this off to the side because this is what I'm using. It's Hobonichi Weeks. I just got it yesterday. I didn't get a cover for it, because I wasn't going to spend that kind of money if this wasn't going to work for me. So I had like some adhesive pin loops, so I just stuck one back here. So I'm excited to try this. I've kind of been in here a little bit. This is an April start. So, I just set it up for this week, to see how I like it and to see, play around with the layout a little bit. I don't like how the habit tracker turned out. I need to move my later section down a little bit. I typically don't have a whole lot of things to, remember for the next week. But I want to have that there. Decided to use this for like meals right now. That's probably going to change. I don't know. The to-do list, I may need this to be a little bit bigger. I don't know. So, but let's go back to the beginning. Like I said, this is an April start. So, you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but if you remember, I was tracking some goals. Intimacy was one of them. That's what these black hearts represent. So, up here, I'm going to write like the days my husband and I are intimate. So just want to keep track of it, because it comes in handy. In the yearly section, down here, well, I started filling it in for April. These are the miles that I've walked on my treadmill. Okay. So these are the miles I walk on my treadmill or out in nature or whatever, just for the workout, not the total miles I've walked throughout the day, but just in my workout. And if I happen to close all my rings on my Apple Watch that day, I will highlight the date over here, with my, I'm still using the Carnation, Tombow. I'll probably use that until the sucker runs out. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to use this for. I did switch out my pen to the Uniball Signo, and this is 0.28 nib, just because I write big, and I need something that's not gonna, be thick and broad. So like I said, this is an April start. I didn't get it until yesterday, which was May 1st. So, the thinness of this paper is gonna take some getting used to. So, I don't know. I'm using my book darts here to like mark the pages, that I'm on, so I can flip to it, I can see it at the top, or on the sides. you know, so I can flip to it easily. So I just filled in, you know, the stuff for this month, and I just went through and I filled in for every month, you know, that we have. Yeah. See, this paper is going to take some getting used to for me. Okay, so, and this goes, I want to say until like March of next year. I do have a Microsoft renewal in March of next year. So, it goes to April of next year. Okay. The one thing that's also going to take some getting used to is that it's a Monday start. I typically like, my monthly calendars to be like our traditional calendar with a Sunday start. But I do like having the weekends together, because like back in July, you know, we've got a festival, a Greek festival in Ocean City, you know, a resort, beach town, whatever. If you know, you know. I avoid it at all costs, especially in the summer, but, you know, the Greek festival is in July, so I'm going to go. Anyway, but that's Friday through Sunday, so it was nice just to have my highlighter go all the way across instead of 2 days here and then a day here. So, but it is going to take some getting used to. I'm not sure what I'm going to do down here. Maybe like the monthly to-dos. I'm not sure. I think this is good, like if you have, you know, like certain household maintenance things that need to be done in a particular month, like change your HVAC filters, or, I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know. Because I just tend to keep on top of that stuff anyway, but whatever. So I don't know what I'm going to use, what I'm going to put down to the side and on the bottoms. I might not do anything. So those are the months, and then we get into the weeks, you know. So this was the end of February going into March, and obviously I didn't have this in March, so let's just flip over to when I did get it. Okay, so this is this week. I just went in and backfilled for the week, you know, so, but I don't know. I use my dot stickers that I got from Amazon. Let me see if I can find, oops, sorry guys. Let me see if I can find them so you can see. Okay. It's these dot stickers. They came in this big old pack. I got 2 of them, I think, different colors. So anyway, I did that, you know, just to call out the dates a little bit. I did take some time earlier this week after I purchased this. I got the images from Amazon, and I tried to like lay it out on my computer how I wanted it to look. But when I got it, like, things just kind of like went out the window. But anyway, anybody has any ideas for a habit tracker, that's great. I'm all ears, because, you know, I just don't like the way this looks. I really don't. I might like print some, like on paper, like make some in Canva, print it, and then like do double-sided tape and put it in here. I don't know. I really don't know. And look, I couldn't remember what the hell we have for dinner on Monday or Tuesday. Whatever. So, and down here at the bottom, I'm not a big washi tape fan, but I'd rather see the washi tape than all the Japanese writing. So, you know, I don't know. I did highlight the current week, but figured that was redundant since it was already circled. I don't know. I'm still trying to work out the kinks with all this stuff. All right. So then we've got the rest of the weeks, you know, all the way through until April. I think. April. No, it's the... Yeah, I guess it would be like the end of March. So, but I think if this works out for me, if I get the hang of it and I get used to it, I think what I'm going to do is I will buy one in like November of this year, and so that way I can have the whole year in one book. All right. And then we get to the note section. Page 1 is my master to-do list. So I gave myself a few pages for that, since it's going to last me a year, roughly, or at least, 7 months. And then on page 10 starts my notes. Basically, my notes are just going to be just random stuff, like an inbox or, whatever else. My to-do list is probably going to be an inbox too. I don't know. Again, page art. Excuse me. Look, I try to do some lettering. I suck balls at lettering, okay? But whatever, this is just for me. I don't care. And then I started out drawing the boxes, but I don't like how that looked. So I went back to my dots for that. So, and like I said, I gave myself a few pages. And then notes. This is a lawyer that I have to reach out to. But anyway. And then we just have blank pages after that. And then there's like a bunch of this stuff in the back. I don't. What do you guys use these pages for? The My 100. Like, what is this? Is this like gratitude? But it's only 100 days. There's 365 in a year. I don't know. I don't know what to use this for. So I'm open to suggestions. And then I have no idea what this stuff is. I do not read Japanese. I don't know. I guess this is like a recipe for ramen or something. I don't know. It's kind of cool, but it's not useful. So, I don't know what any of this stuff is. Is this like a contact page? I'm not sure. And then there's this. And then it came with this pocket, clear pocket. I just put it on the corner on the back. I put a picture of my husband and I. We took this hot air balloon ride when we were on our honeymoon. So, and then my pen loop. I think I got these from Amazon like forever ago. I had another one on here and I took it off because I didn't like it. And it ripped the back cover. I don't care because it's the back. But whatever. So, like, I'm still in the process of setting this up. And I don't know. I don't know. I hate to sound like I'm beating a dead horse or like a broken record or anything, but this shit here, this irritates me, and I want to get this right before I sit down and plan next week. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be pissed off when I look at this next week. And I'm not, the ghosting is, I don't know, maybe I'll get used to it. I'm just not used to it at all. But this paper it's that Tomoe River paper. And I'm used to like 28-pound paper, in my personal wide, the real thick, heavy stuff. But anyway, I don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to washi tape because I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan, but I will be doing that, getting some more of that. Maybe I'll go by Hobby Lobby tomorrow. I'm picking up my granddaughter tomorrow, and my mom and I were going down to Eastern Shore, Virginia, and then coming back up to Salisbury, to go to the zoo. So I might swing by Hobby Lobby and pick up some stuff. I'm talking to you guys like you're local, and I'm sorry, but that's my plans for tomorrow. And then we have an event today. We have a grand opening today for a local place. I didn't write that down. Anyway, it's in my calendar on my phone. And I'm still using my calendar on my phone. And I'm still using like the reminders app, things like that. So, but I just need a space to write everything down. Like what prompted the purchase of this was Tuesday night. I don't know. I think maybe we had pizza. We did have pizza Tuesday night. We did, because my husband and I were talking over dinner, and I asked him what he wanted to have the next day for dinner, and he said tacos, and I was like, okay, well, I'll have to, thaw a burger. So, and then I started having a little bit of anxiety because I didn't have a place to write it down. I have to write. Events, Events is one thing because I can put them in my Google Calendar and I can set reminders for like a week beforehand, 3 days beforehand, the day before, you know what I mean? The day of. You know, whereas this book doesn't do that. I only know about things if I open this. Does that make sense? So I needed a place to write things down so I wouldn't forget. And I didn't want to put it in my phone because if I don't set a reminder, or if I don't set a due date on the reminders, it doesn't tell me I've got stuff to do. Do you know what I mean? So, and I've been in paper planners, God, since 90. Well, let's just put it the early 90s. Okay, so like 30 years, roughly. I'm dating myself. I know this, but it's okay. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm old. Okay, I get it. Anyway, so this was my solution to writing things down and trying to make sure that I don't forget anything. I might just forego the habit tracker altogether. Because I don't really care. I don't fill it in anyway. I mean, look at this. The only thing I filled in completely was the vitamins. Like, I know I wash my face. I know I brush my teeth. I haven't read. I don't know why I keep writing that down. But I don't fill it in anyway. So maybe I just make the to-do list up here. And it can go down to, like, this line here. And then here down would be, like, for next week. And then I have all this stuff for the to-do list. I don't know. I'm still going to play around with it because I really don't want to go into next week with this looking like that. But anyway, so I think we're going to go out to dinner tomorrow night. My husband said, because, you know, he works on Saturdays, so he said something about all of us going to, like, Texas Roadhouse or something when he gets home tomorrow, since I have my granddaughter. But yeah, I got to get a Mother's Day gift for my mom. Have no idea what to get her because she gets what she wants when she wants it. But anyway, so that's it. So I did this. I got a Hobonichi Weeks. I wanted the purple color, but it was like $3 more. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm not going to pay an extra $3 for a color. I like the blue, is okay. So, and we don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stick into this. Who knows? I might be back at my personal wide next week or tomorrow. I don't know. But this, I got a new handbag. I saw while I was watching YouTube and I was like, oh gosh, I really like that handbag. So I got a new handbag and this one will fit in it perfectly. It'll fit in it perfectly. So, that was another plus because my personal wide, if I take that anywhere, I got to use this big ass tote bag. And it gets heavy after a while and I don't want to have to carry it around. So, but this fits in my new bag perfectly. But yeah, so that's what I did. I'm open to any and all suggestions when it comes to, you know, layout, you know, anything, decorating. I have some stickers. They're more functional stickers than anything. But I wouldn't mind, you know, getting into more decorating, but this, I have to have the space to write because that's what this is for. This is to write. It's not just like for stickers and decorations and whatnot. I need that space to write, you know? So, but I think I'm gonna get rid of the habit tracker. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna set it up. And look, y'all, look, I used a ruler. Still can't draw a straight line. Look at that shit. Whatever. We all have our issues, and that's just one of mine. I have several of them. But anyway, so that's what I did. I'm hoping that I can stick with this. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I did see, I was watching some Hobonichi videos on YouTube, and I did see that the more you write on this and the more you put in it, the bulkier it gets. So, I'm kind of interested in seeing what that looks like. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I could really got to get used to the thinness of this paper because I'm constantly turning more than one page at a time. So, but any thoughts, ideas, suggestions on layout, decoration, I'm all ears. Just let me have them. So, all right, guys, I hope you've been well. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk soon. Bye.